The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by... much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
On first down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he stopped immediately there. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. Gets this one to Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Second and 11. Get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
He was brought down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down, Kansas City.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Check pass, check pass. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up.
Brady going to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Switch. SOS. Rip. SOS.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. We're scoreless after one. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, there it is, partner. Brady to Gronk, their first connection of the game.
You think those two often in sync?
I don't think there's any question about it. And, look, we know Gronk has a whole lot of fun, but he's deadly serious about his football, as is Tom Brady. Two great competitors, two fantastic players.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. And Brady, the tight end's got it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Throwing is Brady on third down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Brady on target to Gronk. First down, Buccaneers. From the gun, it's Brady. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's another.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. That's caught at the 3. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Chiefs nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, and going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mahomes now on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Mahomes firing complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
He was brought down.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First down, Chiefs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
He's brought down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with a touchdown pass to Sammy Watkins. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do?
Going for Evans. runs, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Brings up his favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll go back to Kelce. This time it's caught. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Buccaneers' 9-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
First and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
For Tampa Bay.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 right at the 30. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Now Mahomes. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
3rd and 15.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's fourth down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Ain't doing
He'll
nothing.
return it from the 6. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still is not really... And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. In his own end zone, it's Brady. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now a play fake. Brady. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 37.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. On 1st down, Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
On play action, it's Brady. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Complete to
That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On second down now. It's Bell, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop. Butker's kick here is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. Now from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
A nice run there by Jones on 1st down as he'll wind up getting about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up.
35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Check 26, check 26.
Back to throw.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So he was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Back to throw, Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
13.
And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to